ladies and gentlemen, it's the ESEA LAN Finals. We've gone to the second map now after VP narrowly beating out fnatic on Season. It went to all 30 rounds. Did you expect that, Moses? Because I was caught off guard by that.
No, because like we said, fnatic's only played it twice, and it's been in the ESEA regular season, and they did beat Virtus.pro on it, but
yeah.
Virtus.pro, a team who hasn't shied away from it in the past, and they looked so strong in that first half. Those terror sides on for both teams were incredible.
Yeah. That was really impressive and a lot of fun. It's so rare that we get to see Season played.
Right.
But I think everyone agreed. I was watching on Twitter as well. People really did seem to enjoy playing around with that. Well, and we'll see. Oh, we're just going to have to turn up the volume here just to make sure that we see what's going on. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to hear what's going on in the game. Oh.
And, I mean, just to bring it up on Season, I mean, it was great on Virtus.pro was having a good CT side, too, until Olafmeister wins that 1-on-4. I mean, that match would have ended so much earlier if he doesn't come up with those massive heroics there. So, yeah,
that was really hard to deal with from Virtus.pro, and I think some people were saying, you can see on the cameras that they took off their headsets and were just like visibly frustrated that had happened. Now it's Fnatic's chance to get back into this best of 3, because if they lose it now, in fact, Virtus.pro will end up 2-0ing them in the finals and become the new champions. Yeah.
And that would be, and this is a tough map to play Fnatic on, and it's, on this map for Virtus.pro, I've always felt the key to this map for Virtus.pro is going to be how Pasha plays on the defense. On that CT side, he plays that wrap side, he likes to be aggressive, and if he can cause, if he can wreak havoc over there, if he can cause some chaos and be successful in how he likes to play it, then Virtus.pro is going to be feeling very, very good, and it's going to cause a lot of issues for Fnatic.
Well, I did say I thought it would be great for Fnatic if they could win the knife round here so they could get to start CT side. That would, I think, would make a big difference for them. Right now, that isn't looking too likely.
No, and they're actually doing some stall tactics, trying to let JW work some magic, and Pronax just running away. Just too many Virtus.pro players on him, so not going to get that. It is going to be Virtus.pro starting on the CT side, and we'll have to keep eyes on Pasha. Underrated pistoler. He had that massive pistol round that he almost pulled out the ace on there on Season as a CT.
Yeah, if they can keep Olafmeister on fire as well, Crim's playing really well over at the B bomb site. They've got that really, really nice setup over at B. Who knows what they could do? But Fnatic, they're gonna get to start terrorist side, and we'll have to see if they can come up with a big round win. And I am always curious to see what Fnatic end up pulling up once they play that terrorist side. Pronax Chrome to the Molotov in hand, and a couple of flashbangs, and the one smoke here on Crims makes me think it's going to be a B hit.
Right. Yes, and especially, like you said, that Molotov, and there's got to be a specific place that Pronax wants to place that to help clear it out. Maybe at Oranges, maybe at the triple box in the back just to clear things away. Yeah,
those seems. I mean, I would think either here or here. The only other place I can think of would be here, but I think it would be too much of a risk in a pistol round to buy it just to clear that corner. I feel like maybe the investment is too little. We've actually seen Fnatic play pistol rounds on T side here before, where they sort of show a lot of presence in the middle, throw a couple of flashbangs, and they head back towards Banana and B bomb site. So this time though, look at this, very aggressive, and Pasha. He should be able to hear them up. The apartment's going to run into 3 people, gets the headshot on Olafmeister, and they were falling back. Just like we were talking about here, Pasha picks off JW as well. They did. They wanted to show their presence up here, make some noise, and then fall back, except they lost 2 players doing it.
And that's Pasha just being himself and getting involved in the action. He loves that, and it's a tough way for Fnatic to let him start out at that kind of momentum. Now, Neo wants to peek a little bit, spots it, but here come the nades, and they're going to have to be forced into this execution.
Molotov in the back site, so the prediction was good enough now. Flusher and Crim's going to get a couple of kills in as well. And now it's acting into a 3v3. So Bomb going down inside. Taz taking an early fight here before his teammates are even there. And he ends up going down to Flusher. So this could be a big problem now. Pasha, the man who started off this round, has to get back in, and he has to go even bigger than he just did. Jumps in, gets the headshot on Crims. What is this? He finally goes down, but Viali coming in. One more bullet on Pronax would have done it. He's got no kit, but he does have a lot of health to fight this out with. The kid is right in front of him as well. Gonna go for Pronax here. Runs around the corner, gets the shot off. And there's enough time for the defuse. Virtus.pro gonna win the pistol round. What a round it was.
Yeah, and Bialy gets the highlight of winning that one-on-one, but it was Pasha just flying into that Oranges, not slowing down. The first 2 kills he got in that round, and then Fnatic brings it back, but just was an absolute monster retaking that B bomb site for Bialy, giving him so much time to work with.
Oh man, that could have gone either way at the end. That was scary. But it turned out to be the smoke for CT spawn and the Molotov behind back side, and that's roughly what I thought when I saw that as well. I think, imagine what this round would have been like if fnatic had just managed to get up and show them in apartments and then run back like they wanted to, if they'd never lost those 2 players.
Right. And that was, I mean, even just that, it was a clean B take for fnatic too, so that was perfect from them. They brought it down to a 3-on-3 immediately. So, I mean, I talked about in a season that fnatic being one of the strongest teams at playing with, you know, men disadvantages, and they're showing a little bit of it there.
And the SMG presence on Virtus.pro, 3 of them have it, and then 1 FAMAS and 1 M4 here. fnatic, though, going for a very, very early buy, something that we saw in Cologne here for the ESL tournament. Na'Vi do so much to try and counter the SMG buy. So really early AKs going on to fnatic, which is such a cool idea. Zeus made that call a couple of times, and it actually worked perfectly every time, it seems like.
Navi's a very good up-and-coming team, but here we've actually seen Virtus.pro's been doing this a lot, and they've actually had matches where they lost 6 players on their anti-ecos, but it didn't have much of an effect because of the money bonus, so that's actually going to be playing a huge factor. And Virtus.pro on this map yesterday just stomped Titan on it, and they did such a good job of controlling the money coming out of Titan's buys, so very, very strong performances on this map.
Grenades going into the middle, but the bomb is making its way back, so this is going to be all on Neo, and he is a specialist player at playing Banana right here. Going to fall back one more time. He's got the Molotov by time. There's 20 seconds. fnatic almost have to commit to this, otherwise they're going to run out of time. They're on the other side, but this is actually a huge problem. Virtus.pro, I think they've already run the round here. Nothing that they could do. They're trying to run back in, but there's not enough time to get back to the A-bomb site. So that Molotov from Neo just closed it out.
Well, and with 3 players alive still, the clock's going to run down. So these players, I mean, they have 1 player with armor, but they're not going to get any money into the next round.
Oh, wow. That is huge.
That's actually brutal. And you could see Olafmeister are already calling for a pause here. And they need to talk that over because something went crucially wrong.
So, Neo, there's so many tiny decisions. You got to appreciate that Neo has less than a second to make up his mind about what he wants to do. At first, you can tell he wanted to put down the Molotov here. If he had done that, no doubt they would have rushed around it. They would have gone around and rushed him in. The fact that he saved it and put it at the absolute smallest choke point meant fnatic could either run through and they would have probably got, well, burned and shot at by the MP9, and it would have been really tough. And the split-second hesitation that they had meant the rest of the VP players would rotate in, and then it was actually impossible, and they couldn't go back to A either. 1 Molotov, getting no kills, but winning the round. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's brutal for fnatic right now. And you said it's specialty players, such a smart play by Neo there in that situation.
I mean, it is really, because we always talk about fnatic being one of the best teams in the world, that if you're not the best at playing Inferno, I still think that's true, but having Neo and his ability to hold B alone means they have so many more resources than the rest of the map VP. It's really scary, and I can't think of many teams that have figured out a really good way to beat Neo either. It seems like you have to find the entry frag, but he plays really safely and really smartly.
Right. He plays alone on a lot of the positions on their maps. You know, ramp room on Nuke, he plays that alone, so he's very experienced at being that solo player. And when you're going to play in those positions, you have to make such intelligent decisions on when you want to take fights and when you don't want to take the fights. And Neo there played it absolutely perfectly.
Wow. And just to go through what the problem is for fnatic here is once they survive that round with without doing anything, 3 of them you can tell have no money left. So if they had gone down, it would have been even worse. At least they got to save what they had, but it's still a very bad position for them. And a mistake that I can't recall fnatic having made before. I can't recall a lot, like not in an official tournament like this. Some other teams will end up running. I mean, maybe particularly Na'Vi because of their style. You see them sometimes running out of time, but fnatic really rarely do.
Right, and it's just. It's almost like they had that decision where with the timing running down, I honestly thought it was going to force them to run right through the Molotov and into his bullets, and that almost would have been better for him to gain the money for the next round. So it was interesting that they chose not to do that. Maybe they just didn't notice the timer coming down that low, but.
I am wondering. I think it was about 15 seconds when they were at the top here. So again, we might as well use the tool that Val was so cool to put into the game. That's not going to happen. You need a couple of, you just can't make that work. Even if you check no corners, you wouldn't make it. So that's rough, really rough for fnatic. 20 seconds was left, I think, when they sort of engaged Neo the first time around. And it's going to be a feature, and it always is on Inferno, holding down the B-bomb site with smokes especially. So we are just making sure that we can get everything on the way here, and that all the settings are working on the server and everything else. But that's a bit of a brutal start for Fnatic. I mean, one thing is losing the pistol, but then losing the follow-up round is going to be this bad.
Yeah, and it's just tough. So you will have to see how they're going to recover from it as well. So early on in the half, and it's such a crucial point early on.
Now, do you remember the point? There was it worked for a couple of months for Fnatic when they were playing their T side on this map. They would have these really cool smokes. You remember on the front of the B bomb site and also the front of the A bomb site on that very sort of tiny ledge that almost nobody ever plants on.
Right.
Why do you think they stopped doing that? I mean, obviously people at some point are going to start shooting in, but I always expected that they would try and throw this round in every once in a while. I'm kind of hoping they will show some of that stuff because it's well, it's not unique to Fnatic because other teams started picking it up, but it seems a very effective way of playing.
It is, but at the same time, I mean, everyone used it after that. You know, everyone started using it, so teams got very good at defending against it. And the problem is when you do that, it's very good to trick some teams out, but you don't take the bomb sites. It's very limited on where you can play in the post plant. Yeah. So it's, you know, if you have to retreat back towards B, you have to take towards CT spawn, you're going to run into so many other obstacles.
All right, so maybe they're going to have to come up with something else. Do you expect Fnatic to have a lot of set terrorist plays here, where they set up and throw a bunch of smokes to zone out the bomb site, or are they going to try and look more for entries?
I think they're going to look more for entries. Fnac's a team that loves trading. You know, they're very good, like coming up mid towards brackets and you know, trading those kills very efficiently, and then they're going to find that space and they're going to use that map control to work from there. And they're known as a much more freewheeling team. You know, it's not like an existence at Titan where they have so much prepared for it.
What do you make of the sort of the old stereotype almost that I mean, going all the way back to the Golden 5 era with the old pentagram and all that stuff. They used to be a team that were really good at winning big tournaments, whereas on smaller tournaments they didn't do so well. I think Taz vowed at some point in 2014 that was going to change. They would want to try and win all the tournaments and not just the bigger ones. This is now a really big tournament. Do you think somehow there's some chemistry that comes into play for the Polish guys once the stakes are this high?
Well, I mean, you'd like to think that, but I mean, this is the same situation we were in last ESEA lane where they had that best of 3 advantage and they ended up dropping this match. I mean, they've been cephing it up here on season that they opened that up very strongly, got the map pick they wanted, so they've taken that advantage. But I don't think it really matters big tournament to small tournament. It's just they've always been that team that is always going to be top 3. You know, last year they had so many top 3 placements, not so many wins with it. So now they've got to.
Well, we are just going to be sorting out a couple of issues here as we're making sure we can get back into the game without any kind of problems. But I think we're restarting now. We should be good to go. So sorry about that, guys, but we do want to make sure that there are no unfair advantages or anything else like that going forward. So. Yeah, what do you think about VP? I've seen VP a bunch of times. Once they get confident playing the CT side on this map, they're up they're up a couple of rounds and they have enough money for it. They'll start pushing aggressively middle. Do you think they can hold that on Fnatic, or is that going to be a bad idea?
I mean, it's not necessarily, you can't really call it a bad idea. It just depends the timing of when they choose to do it. And it's all about finding that timing because at a certain point, you know, everyone knows that Virtus.pro likes to throw that into their kit. Yeah. So is Fnatic going to be looking for it right off the bat?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they could find the right call. I think maybe especially what makes it predictable for VP is it seems to be something they do when they've just won a big round against you and you're ecoing, and then they wanna sort of put the pressure on. So just to sort out the one issue that we had here, we're going to replicate the knife round, and I guess then we're going to play out the...
replay the pistol?
Yeah, replay the pistol as it was. Ooh, just Pronax left, and he kills himself. Not even going to get knifed. All right. Well, so I'm wondering if we are going to replay the pistol, or if they are going to. Will they replay it entirely? Good luck, have fun. All right. I guess they will. Well, moving forward, VP. One smoke being picked up here and a diffuse kit as well on Taz, and then HE and actually full complement of grenades on Neo, so he is ready and willing to go on the Fnatic team. It's actually this exact same setup. Look at this, they're running the exact same pistol strat.
And so it looked like Pasha wanted to do the exact same thing as well, get aggressive in Boiler, but he's actually going to transition back over towards the balcony, so a little bit of a setup change.
They shoot. They want to lure Pasha in here. He goes for the shot. Gonna get the one. Very nearly a repeat here. JW, though, will get the good return frag. And now, what are fnatic doing? Because you can tell how much noise they were making. You can see it on the wall there. They were just firing bullets in that wall, trying to sell the idea that they were really going to go aggressive here. And Neo is holding all the way in the back. Renee going to go a little bit too far. Flusher by the wood stacks. So they leave Olofmeister top mid, and the rest are going to go towards Banana. Olofmeister, be great if you come up with a kill, but he's going to go down to Taz. And Neo now. When is he going to call for the backup? Yeah, the specialist.
And he's got to call for it soon. Snacks is just now starting to rotate, but they're going to have this smoked up. They even throw a molly. They changed the position of it this time around, but Neo's just he's gonna take a battle. He has the information. He's just staying alive, waiting for his teammates. Smart play from Neo here. Not going down too early, but now he swings out, takes a fight. JW also gets a kill on a Snack, so down to a 2-on-3 retake situation.
Yeah, now that's obviously a big problem. VP going to try and retake the one. Taz picks up a double, and now it's actually going in favor of VP once again. JW playing by yellow here, very close to the grill, going to be looking for the opening frag. Take down Taz, takes a fight with Byali as well. Still got 13 bullets left. The burst fire is on. He's missing all the shots. Oh no, Byali trying to chase him, but he turns around for that headshot. 180, quad kill on JW. And fnatic now going to win the pistol round. What the hell just happened?
That was an unbelievable round. Not able to connect with those shots. Even just the 2-on-2 battle they had over at Garden was actually insane that they just cleaned that out in that way and not able to convert it into a win. So JW, what a masterful round.
That was crazy. Well, now Virtus.pro, they actually do a round here with no armor, but they buy 5 smokes. So they're almost trying to play this round like a normal round where they just are going to put pressure on fnatic by continuously smoking off and burning off the clock here to see if it's actually going to work or not. They do have some great pistols if fnatic try and go through the smoke.
Right, and if you delay them long enough, it can actually funnel them in towards the exact site that you want them to attack. If they play these smokes properly and keep B smoked and run that clock down, it's going to force fnatic into that A hit. And much like on a gun round, exactly like you said, it's played very similarly. They could have a 4th or even a 5th player there, depending on how much they want to gamble.
Yeah, great job here from Pasha smoking off, and that means he's still got Neo. He's saved his smoke, so very nicely done. And they are actually, as you said, funneling them towards this bomb site where they have the bigger stack. Pasha now very close. Is he going to follow them? He must have been able to hear them running back, but he's delaying for just a moment. But the information is going to be good anyway, and Neo just puts up the smoke. So now fnatic are going to be really frustrated. They wanted to get back at B, and it's smoked off. Snacks still has his as well. This is actually pretty bad, and now they're wrapping back around VP. What a great read, though, from Pronax.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he called that so incredibly quickly. So they played it exactly like they want, funneling him until what they wanted, but fnatic outplays it a little bit and finds the right call, and they're over at the safe site. And there's really no way that Virtus.pro can win this. So you can see even Pasha's turning away now to go back towards that B bomb site, and they're just going to save these 5-7s, these deagles. Snacks has a smoke and flash Taz with the armor and kit, so they're just going to save all this for the next eco.
So we saw very clearly that Pasha's play towards the top mid here, and the information, the audio information that he got from playing here is what made Virtus.pro go there in the first place. He heard them running back. What was it that made fnatic actually end up going back to A again? Because that was a really great call. Did you catch what that was?
I think it was just with that smoke that just plumed when Neo threw it. I think he just made the call, just turn around. I don't think they saw anything that would indicate there was a stack other than another smoke pluming. It was just a great read on the situation. And also, you know, maybe even a little bit of an over-rotate for Virtus.pro. You know, there was still 45 seconds left in the round.
And yeah, and well, the thing is, because there's 45 seconds, it could have also been that fnatic would have decided, let's wait outside. And if they'd done that, Snack still had one more smoke. It could have been completely detrimental if they hadn't rotated back there. So it all hinges on a couple of key decisions here. And now, third round might be coming up for fnatic as they're playing an unarmored VP that have very few grenades. And there's a HE to follow up on Taz here. Neo, they're hiding in a good corner. But can he get the kills in right around the corner? Crims and Flusher are holding, and Crims is low enough that one shot here would be enough for the headshot. Almost getting it, doing significant damage. And Flusher's also low, but they're not getting the kill apart from on JW.
Yeah, and that's going to be not a lot of no damage really dealt by Virtus.pro in these 2 eco rounds. Just the 1 kill on the JW. Snacks might be able to chime in, but not doing the damage they want. But like you said, they didn't really invest that much into the rounds to begin with, so it's not like they full bought the armor and the pistols and all that kind of expenditure. So now coming into this first gun round, they're going to have enough money to get those kits, get those smokes and flashbangs that they can use that we don't often see on 4th rounds with the prevalence of the 2nd round buy.
No AWP yet on Pasha either, and not really much of a chance for him to pick it up. It would have had to have been Glass Cannon, which on a bunch of maps is a really good idea. On Inferno, it's such a big risk if you don't have armor, because the grenades are going to be so powerful. If you run into middle and try and take an op shot and you get double grenaded, that could be dangerous.
Oh, nice Molotov by fnatic, not letting them set up behind that car. Now Bialy sneaking in towards the bedroom. Let's see one jumping up. This is very aggressive by fnatic. Bialy wins that battle. He can't get the second one quite yet. He turns around. Olaf does risk. He's getting spammed as well, so eventually taken out by a swarm of fnatic members.
And Pasha, quick headshot on Pronax, turns around 180 to drop Flusher as well. What a mid-air shot to take down Flusher, and almost the second 180 to get that kill. Is now Snax versus Pronax, and Pronax sneaking in here. Snax looking for the opening, and, well, sorry, is Neo going to get it at the end there with a double? Snax had already gone down, so now VP pick up the 4th round. Very important one, but also very expensive.
Yeah, very expensive, and that's going to let fnatic force buy here. And going against, you know, that situation where they don't have all those smokes to run down this timer. Pasha's even going to be forced onto a shotgun here, Taz with the Fama, so a very, very tough buy for Virtus.pro in a round that's very crucial to them winning and making sure that fnatic doesn't reach like the critical mass of terrace rounds too early on in the half.
That's a big round from Pasha. Those 2 kills right there were really instrumental, so maybe they're going to have to rely on him a little bit more. And you pointed him out at the beginning of this map. You said Pasha and Inferno is a really good matchup. There's something going on there between the player and the map.
Right, yeah, he loves being aggressive on that rap side, and he's been so successful in a number of ways, whether it's the op or the right or the Colt. He always makes it work, and he actually comes over towards this B bomb site, so I don't know if this is I mean, this is almost like a blind call, a blind gamble from Virtus.pro having 3 players here, but it looks like they want to push one out. That's Neo. If he falls and that forces fnatic, if they feel like they can take that bomb site from there, there's still 2 players to defend it, so maybe trying to bait a little bit of an execution from fnatic.
Smoke gonna go up as well, and Pasha actually has no smokes left. Neo has the 1 here, so this is gonna be really... Oh, he actually just puts it up straight away. I think they might be expecting a push from fnatic already.
Yeah, they were. It made him feel very, very uncomfortable. So a great bait of that smoke grenade by fnatic, and now 2 players getting aggressive over towards A, and Bialy underneath is under a lot of is in a battle here.
Yeah, well, he's going to win it against Crims. Olaf Meister to go down as well, and still 2 people waiting. Pasha close with the Mag 7, and Neo going to call when he needs back up there. Headshot onto JW, and Pronax to go down close range with the Mag 7. So that's a perfect round from VP. No issue at all.
Yep, and now they didn't have any kits that round either, so now they get a buy up behind it. Don't have to spend money rebuying weapons, and that's also going to force fnatic onto a save. So this is going to be a good chance for them to build things up and get that the scoreline tied up at 3-3. And it's been a great 2 rounds of defense for Virtus.pro so far.
Yeah, really making a big difference and getting them back into the game. I mean, we're at the point now where if they lose this upcoming round, which they really shouldn't, to just the pistols, but they probably try and force it up anyway, just because they have that 1 round that's flawless, and that always makes a big difference. A little bit of an aggressive push, and once again here, it's not as aggressive as I was thinking earlier about the push they do, where they sort of push down middle and banana at the same time and try and sort of crunch in any Ts that are in here. But it's still really classic Pasha play. Just what he loves doing.
Yeah, absolutely. He likes peeking down mid, and he's really good at not committing to fights normally. There he kind of got a little bit committed, maybe tasting those eco kills a little bit too quickly, but normally he's very good at falling back from those fights and just using the information, and it allows his team to make some very, very good mid-round calls on how they want to rotate to support their team.
Bialy playing super defensively in the back. I'm really a big fan of that. And Taz, we get a quick kill here on Pronax, but also in a position where he's risking very little. So even though they were a man down just a second ago, it's decent for them to make sure that they don't give up any more rifles or anything like that. JW does actually have the AK picked up here, and Crim's going to come up with a kill on Taz. Bialy is in a really great angle and should be able to get at least 1 kill here, but JW actually sees it coming. Crim's there going to go down, and now it's all on JW. 1v3, going to get tagged by Bialy, who picks up a double kill. So, slightly expensive round, maybe more than it should have been, but they're going to be alright VP anyway.
Yeah, absolutely, and now we have that op onto Pasha's hand, so that death allows him to buy that gun up. We'll have to see. He has a, it looks like he has a beast spawn, but he's going to go over towards A. Sometimes we see, I mean, the op on this map can be so very mobile, whether it goes out to that car over at B or whether it peeks down mid or into those A halls. So many different places that he can take it. And fnatic's got to be careful. They got to be very cautious of where that op is going to be position, and it looks like it's over towards Halls or lane side. And, oh, look at these mollies, some great strategies. They force Snacks back, and they actually push through that smoke, so they use him to try and catch him off guard at the sandbags, and if he tries to fall back, he's just running through fire and bullets.
Some very effective counter grenades coming out from VP as well, doing quite a lot of damage to the lineup there. Pasha almost getting killed by Olofmeister, but Taz coming out of the bedroom to help him out. Pretty good teamwork, and 3 people stacked up. Taz runs right into a grenade, and fnatic feel there's an opening here. I think maybe Olofmeister realized how many people were there, and now they just charge in through Archway. Neo gonna crouch just at the right time to pick up that kill on Crims, but he goes down anyway, and now Snacks. Are they gonna check the corner? They might not. This could finish the round right here. I'm not sure they're checking it. No, they're not, and fnatic goes down. Snacks with a double. He does fall to JW, but is still gonna almost secure the round here. JW, AK in hand. He's got 1 Molotov as well. There's plenty of kits and plenty of equipment on the VP side.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of work to do. And although one player running through Molly, that's Taz. Could give him an opening to get an easy kill. He gets a nice headshot onto Bialy, so this is all of a sudden kind of a scary situation, but he's sticking to defuse. I don't think there's time for JW to wrap around all the way. There was, actually, he might have been able to catch it, but Pasha just with the shoulder peek there freezes him a little bit from turning the corner. So 4th round goes to Virtus.pro.
I was scared for a moment when Taz ran through that fire as well. Imagine if he died and then JW picks up the next headshot, and that's it. That's probably the round 1.
Right. He gets those 2 kills, brings it into a 1-on-1. And it was just kind of surprising because I don't think the bomb timer was low enough to really force Taz to run through the Molotov like that. But and you asked, you know, if fnatic was going to go back to some of those old smoke executes they had. Actually, hold that Pasha with this peek down middle. He's going to get flashed, and he likes to stay aggressive here, so he is going to take this angle again, and he's going to hold it. He spots 1, and they spot him back. Oh, but he peeks at the wrong time. Nade in his hand. But those old style executions you asked about fnatic, Virtus.pro just did that setup they had in those A halls is something they haven't done for quite some time, but 1 on the stairs, 1 in the bedroom, and 1 at the top of the stairs. It's a very effective hull stack.
You saw how well it worked because they were able to take down Olofmeister. What was so cool as well is how quickly fnatic read what was happening. They instantly realized, okay, we know what this setup is. That means Arch is clear. Let's go. And it would have worked if they had checked the tree here. That would have probably been around for fnatic.
Right, but Snacks. Being Snacks.
So good. And Flashbang goes out, just countering it again. Neo using so many tools, and this is why Neo is so good. 45 seconds, he has still a smoke and a Molotov. If fnatic go for it, it's almost impossible. They basically at some point now have to make a decision to run through either smoke or Molotov if they want to go B. He's played this so well.
And part of that is the confidence and, you know, the lack of fear in taking a gunfight before that happens. You know, a lot of players don't want to take that battle, so they use that smoke a little bit earlier, but Neo not afraid to do that. And now a Molotov is going to block off the boiler room exit.
They're on point with the timings here. VP Snack's going to try and fall back around the corner. Does spot a person out, and Bialy with a good 180 turn to take down Crims. Very important now. And 12 seconds, 10 seconds left. fnatic have got to move quick. They take out Snacks, but Bialy is still in pit waiting. The bomb will go down this time, and fnatic getting it in the corner. Flusher taking a fight, jumping and shooting. Finally, they take out Bialy. And it's now a 2v3. fnatic playing aggressively, and they're going to hunt him down. Pasha with the kill. Almost the second one then, but now Neo, he shouldn't be able to clutch this. The bomb plant is not in the greatest corner here, but if he could get the kill on the guy in pit, there's a really good chance he could actually just stick it, but they've got him essentially trapped here, and JW will end up picking it up. A great round for fnatic and a great round from JW.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely beautiful. And I mean, part of it was Bialy, we see players in that position, he's able to get into that pit, and just staying alive is so effective at times, but fnatic very aggressive on trying to clear him out, so they didn't have to worry about 2 different angles on the defense. So instead of bottling themselves inside the bomb site, they clear things out, make it a little bit more comfortable, and a great A-take from them. And you said Virtus.pro's even on point with their smokes. It's not like they misplayed something. That was just a fantastic round from fnatic.
Yeah. So close as well that it could have been a little bit scary. Imagine if the guy holding the bomb dies with 10 seconds left. All of a sudden, your focus can't be on fighting the people in the bomb site. It has to be picking it up and planting it. It's just sometimes scary. Neo playing very close this time, and this is another feature of the way that Neo plays, just continuously switching up his position, making it unpredictable and really hard to know exactly where he's going to be holding. So, yeah, it's a real pleasure watching him work here. The specialist player.
Yeah, now they have this aggressive push down there, and it looks like fnatic almost, I mean, they haven't really advanced anywhere, but it looks like they kind of want to come back at some point and clear that out. They still have the bomb over there, but it's Snacks and Neo. You know, more often you see only just one player playing behind the smoke, but they choose to have 2. And here comes fnatic walking back to clear it out.
They do have Molotovs. They could hard check the corner where Neo is holding here. Haven't seen many people do it in the past, but Snack's already putting fire in, so now they're probably going to be a little bit distracted and worrying about the other angle instead. But close range, MP9, plenty of bullets here. Snack's going to go down. Now are they going to actually fight for it? Smoke goes up, and that's all the way over from Archway. That smoke went down. So pretty well played from Virtus.pro, but fnatic are actually electing to go for the one bomb site where VP have a pretty good stack in it. And Pasha walking back, mag 7 in hand, turns the corner, doesn't get the shot off, and he's dropped a little bit of health. They're going to run back around once again, right into Neo. They line up for him. Oh, wow. That could have been devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets one, but can't land the next shot, so fnatic are going to take that B bomb site. And you said they were going to the one bomb site that's stacked, but they took that left turn. They go the other route.
Yeah. That was a really good call. I thought that could have been a big problem, big trouble for them here. Crim's going to end up taking out Taz, and now Bayali should fall back at this point, and he will. So fnatic now, they've got the foundations of a really good first half here on Inferno.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, 5 rounds already, and I mean, here's the thing: their terrace half have been pretty good. That, you know, playing that Titan, Titan was able to have very good terrace halves of their own, and it was fnatic who was able to win them on the back of it. It's their CT sides that have really been a struggle. But so far, you're right. I mean, 5 rounds already. They've got to be feeling it takes a lot of pressure off moving forward, and that's got to feel good, especially with Virtus.pro. I mean, that was a force buy as it was. You saw the shotgun on Pasha, so this is going to be pretty much a full save out of them. Only Bialy being able to have that rifle.
Right, and just a tiny sort of really critical moment in that round. If Pasha turns around and gets the kill on the player he's fighting here, it's not just that he gets the kill and you know, then they have that kill to work for them. It's more the fact that if he does that, he'll probably get the information that there's no one else coming, and Neo will play, I think, slightly differently. I think Neo got caught a little bit, even though he almost lined up a triple kill.
Right.
So I think the information that Pasha lacked from not getting the kill is almost more important than not getting the kill in that situation. This is going to get really tough for VP. Is there anything they can change about their style? Because, I mean, they seem to be playing well. It's just that fnatic are making really good mid-round calls.
Yeah, no, they really are, and it's Pronax making those fantastic decisions. I mean, some of those reads he's had has been great, and I mean, you talked about the smoke play from Virtus.pro has been so perfect. Fnatic's just managing it very, very well at the moment, and you're wondering when that aggressive mid-push is going to come out. I wouldn't be surprised if Virtus.pro tries to change things up and kind of catch him off guard pretty soon here. You know, take the strat calling, you know, bring the action to Fnatic, take the strat calling, take the ideas out of Fnatic's hands, and initiate the action on your own.
Pasha playing right at the edge, and it's going to have to end up falling back here. I mean, if they can keep the M4 alive on Bialy, that would be big. He's playing at the truck here, and he's going to need some backup from Taz, who's unfortunately very low on health. So the guns, again, they're wrapping back around through Arch, and they're going to run right into Snacks. And Neo playing this corner once more. Taz gone down as well. At least Bialy is unharmed at the moment. But fnatic really using that archway wraparound to be.
Yeah, very, very well in the past 2 rounds. And that last one was a gun round. It completely negated that stack that Virtus.pro had at the A bomb site. And now, I mean, Virtus.pro's got to be prepared for that. And that's something also, too. You think that's the spot we said Pasha is such a force in. And, you know, last round he had a shotgun. You know, he didn't have the arsenal or any weaponry or anything like that to kind of slow that push down or deal any damage to it. So moving forward, that might be something that Virtus.pro decides. If they push out B like that again, leave one player there, bring him back to support, get a second player over there to stop that.
We're going to see in the upcoming round if VP are going to try and change it up. They were mostly going this round. This is a rifle that they saved from the previous one. And the rest of them are going to have enough money to make a purchase here. So we'll see. Oh, no. That's a huge kill from flusha.
That's an absolutely massive kill from flusha right at the end, too. And you could hear the groans from the crowd as well. Just they felt his pain there as he falls, so not able to salvage anything.
6-4. Fnatic could probably lose all the remaining rounds in this half and make it 9-6, and they'd still be all right. Still be all right with it.
And Virtus.pro doesn't have no kits on their side as well, and not all the smokes that they'd want either, so the way they've been running this clock down and blocking off these choke points, not going to be able to do it this round. Neo's getting into a 50-50 battle, spraying through smoke because he's trapped by fire. That just barely doesn't touch him. He gets away actually pretty clean for the situation that he was in.
Yeah, the grenade could have caught him even more than that as well. I think it took him from 63 down to 45, so it could have been much worse. Does make it out alive, but you're right. They have more than the middle left, and they have 2 smokes. So that is nothing compared to what they were having earlier when it was about 40 seconds, and they had smokes and Molotov still left. Great pop flash into the middle there, and Pasha going to be able to kill. now Crim's waiting by the boiler room, hoping for an opening. VP aren't going to give it to him. And now they can really afford to play defensively.
You're exactly right, and they can actually just afford to just, play far more passively. Even Bialy and Pasha are still playing at these corners. They can just fall into the site and force fnatic into an execute, being a man down. And you see that often on some maps where you can just turtle into these sites with that advantage, and it's so effective and so hard to crack.
Oh, flashbangs and grenades going to go into the middle. They're going to smoke off Archway once more, which means Bialy's going to have a little bit of action going his way here. And he's to at least get a kill. He will be dropping to Flusher, and now next in line, Taz going down. Crims with another kill going into it, and will pick up Pasha as well. And that's about as good as it can possibly get for Fnatic. That is really hard to deal with.
Right, that's absolutely brutal, and that's why you fall back into the bomb site and get more defensive positioning, because you're not giving away those kills. You can fight them in the choke points, and they don't have the manpower to make the trades happen. Instead, it's Crims coming up, getting a couple nice entry kills, and just cracking that bomb site wide open. Right,
so I think it was Taz playing and looking up towards apartments, Bialy playing underneath here, and then Pasha playing on over towards Archway. So where would you have liked them to have held instead?
At least one in pit, and two in pit is obviously fantastic as well if you can get two in there, and that's huge. And from there, you let Pasha just do whatever would make that call. Play in the bomb site, play very mobile, checking that wrap side. But it looked like Taz was in a position to where he could have supported Bialy, but Bialy just fell so fast that entry kill came in so incredibly swift, and Taz wasn't able to provide any kind of support whatsoever.
So a bit of a missed opportunity potentially here for the Polish team. Fnatic goes 7-4, and the VP kind of forcing up in this round. I mean, they saved a couple of rifles, and now they're just rebuying whatever they can, but it's still lacking the smokes, putting them out of their comfort zone.
Definitely, and even another shotgun in Pasha's hand, so not so much to work with. And we were talking about when's that aggression going to come out for Virtus.pro. They don't have the tools to do it yet. They don't have any nades or flashbangs to keep them pushed back on that T-ramp. They don't have the, the rifles that are going to be effective at that range that they need to do it. And Fnatic has been playing these early rounds very, very slow, so look at how spread out they are, just waiting for... It almost feels like they're waiting for Virtus.pro to make that call, and they're just prepared for it at any moment now.
This decoy is a USPS. Did someone drop their weapon for the decoy to pretend that this is an eco round?
That's very next level. It's very possible.
Because otherwise it makes, or maybe I guess Snax has a silencer, so I guess it could be that.
Huh.
It sounded like a USPS instead of an M4A1, or maybe it's the same sound. I'm not sure.
Same sound, yeah.
Well, that would have been cool if that could have been the case.
That's some very next level thinking. I don't think Fnatic's gonna be fooled by it.
Probably not. I expect not. Pasha playing close to the edge here. Smoke has gone up, and he's got no grenades. He's going to run around at the worst possible time. But they're playing two in pit like you were asking for, very nearly at least. So maybe they still have a chance. This pit position is incredibly strong, and Fnatic going to have to fight for it here. 15 seconds. They're running in the bomb site to get the bomb down, and Fnatic don't really care that it's a strong position. They're just going to get the headshots anyway. Right, and that's another clean take onto that A site. So looking grim here for Virtus.pro, and part of it is it's that same situation that we saw Fnatic in the first half of season. They're just at the point where they've given up so many rounds that they have to buy now, because they have to add more to their tally going if they want an opportunity into this next half. So they can't afford to be saving too many rounds in a row. Well, they won't really have a choice, will they, at this point? Not this next round. It's so hard to deal with. Snax is going to lose his rifle as well. Neo should be able to stay alive here. Don't think they can catch him. That is devastating. I mean, considering how Fnatic have been playing so far in this tournament on Inferno, this has to be a pretty big victory for them. But then again, what we've been talking about all tournaments, the Fnatic's T side seems to be really good, and then their CT side sometimes are a little bit more questionable. That's where the struggles have come into play for them very recently, and it's surprising because they've been such a good CT team historically. They've been fantastic on their CT sides, and here on Mirage especially, their CT sides looked a little shaky. So it'll be up to that next half, and if Virtus.pro can add, they need to add at least 2 more. Neo, that's a good start. Double spray down Banana. He got those headshots while ADing as well, which is something that we haven't seen for a while, but that's incredible. And they actually saved the rifle as well, which is almost even more important. Snax was right behind him, and I thought maybe he was going to re-engage. Flashbang over once. Snax going to take the quick peek here. And if he could have got a kill, that would have been big. So nice little trick there from VP.
Yeah, and they need to be very careful because the 3 Fnatic players are still there, and it looks like they want to just slowly, you know, pressure this B bomb site. Smoke just now goes out. One's going to jump through it. It's going to be off the Snacks. He grabs 2. Pasha on the spindles with a deagle. Can't land the shot. He's done a little bit of damage. Finally, he cleans it up. That's a 5th round. That'll get him back on the board and able to buy in the next round here.
Big turnaround. Snacks with a double kill, and then Pasha coming in with a deagle. And it ends up being Virtus.pro stealing it away. But I mean, yeah, I guess Snacks and Neo, especially with that double entry frag at the beginning there. So now we're into the 14th round. Maybe they could make this 8-7. I mean, at least at 8-7, they would be competitive, VP. They would still have a chance of winning.
And it's just winning those crucial rounds. You know, you look at Fnatic where they were able to rattle up to 5 so very quickly. So Virtus.pro able to obviously do the exact same thing. Some nades down mid, but it's smoked off, so no aggression quite yet. And there is that triple push to get 2 players established out of the hay card of B. They're mollied back. Fnatic's been doing that very frequently this half, mollying that car, not letting them get any, you know, that aside from the last round where Neo just double sprays from the car position, outside of that, that Molotov has prevented any of that from occurring.
That's actually a very clever grenade combination being put out from VP there, because if the Molotov goes down, you can either run, you know, that way or that way. If you're already out on it, you're going to run one way or the other. So if you end up going right down there, well, then you run right into an HE grenade. That could be painful. Good return from Taz here, but Fnatic have actually taken over the bomb site and are in Graveyard and Pit, and you can see Pasha wasn't really ready for it. They were so quick here. 1 grenade rains out, and VP kind of have to fight for this retake, even though it's very, very unlikely they're going to get it. No, they end up running back anyway. Snacks to pick up a kill, and actually that turns them around. No, they're so indecisive.
Well, they made that call, and if they had stayed just a little bit longer and Snacks had gotten that kill, they would have gone for it in this 3-on-3, but I mean, they did exactly what we thought they were going to. We were wondering when, you know, Fnatic, a couple times they'd gone at mid, they'd been abusing towards CT spawn, towards B, and you know, we talked about that's VP maybe bringing a player back to support Pasha, and this time Fnatic switches it up and actually hits out lane and balcony, and there's only 1 defender over there to cover both of them, so he gets cleaned out, and then they lose complete control of the site, so just a great counter by Fnatic in that round.
9-5 here, and we're going to the 15th round, the last of the half. It is all the pressure that's on Fnatic here is if they lose this map, they are out of the grand finals, and VP will take it away. So I guess with their backs to the wall, they really are starting to focus a lot more. And the call so far from Pronax.
Pronax has been doing a great job on this map. Yeah, I mean, even on season as well too. I mean,
yeah, you got 6 kills, so if you just look at the scoreboard, you'd say, oh, Olafmeister and Pronax not really the best first half here, but definitely Pronax has really made some godlike calls. Neo, the 1 click through onto Flusher there, I think, in the middle. That's annoying.
Yeah, that's he's not happy at the moment. So now still a very spread out defense right now. Pasha still remaining aggressive. Oh, what a nade! That lands right between his legs. JW takes a lot of damage, below 50 HP, and here's where it looks like they're kind of turtling now into this site like we talked about earlier, playing a little bit more passive.
I think JW put his magnetic belt on that, and then the grenade just kind of like fly right in. Yeah, exactly. Pasha playing very close here. Is he going to go through? Just thinking about it, but not for the moment here. And they're going to return the fire right through. Pasha can pick up 1 kill. Could have got a second one on Crims, who was already low here. And now it's a 2v5. Looking good in the final round here is Virtus.pro. Don't see Fnatic fighting their way back in. Pasha picking up 2 kills and Snacks to take him down afterwards. Oh no. What was that, a triple or a quad kill from Pasha?
I believe that was a triple.
And then he gets executed by a teammate.
That's okay. It's last round. That was actually, I don't know if you noticed, a very clever play by Crims. He actually made the 5 or 6 steps of running back down mid, and then turns right back around to kind of try and do something sneaky. But Pasha that round, you're right, doing so much damage, and then his spray transfer on 2 of those kills was impeccable.
Yeah, that's a really good technical term, spray transfer. Well, let's popularize that a little bit more.
Trademark it. I'll let you use it.
Yeah, well, I'll remember to give you credit every time. Right? We'll put a little trademark in there somewhere. No, so 9-6 here, and we're moving into the second half. It's the second map here at the Grand Finals for the ESEA LAN. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. It is all Glocks and all decoys as well on VP. We've seen this before from them. Top mid, and it seems like they always end up running B, which is exactly where Fnatic is. So last time they did this, at least they ran B. We'll see if they're going to do the same this time. Pronax so close to middle, and he escapes in through Boiler Room. Are they going to try and catch him? He runs out. They're all right there, and he's going to go down. And VP will wrap around, so they changed it up and ran to A instead.
Right, and now there's still a lot of pressure being put on Olafmeister. But that A bomb site is it's the same situation where they have control of it now, and there's so much space between them and the bomb site. Flusha gets absolutely dropped by Pasha in complete control of everything, so it's what a tough retake here for Fnatic.
Pasha will go down, and actually so will Snack. So the retake's looking increasingly likely at the moment. Taz up on Graveyard, getting shot in the back in just a moment. He does turn 180, and Olafmeister, did he run out of bullets? I'm not sure. He's inside the bomb site with a grenade out. Crims to take the shot on Taz, and Bayali hiding in the corner. That bomb ticking away. He's going to have to be fast here. Crims jumping in. 5 bullets. There's the headshot. Turns around. And I'm not sure.
I don't think he's got it.
Oh, Crims. What an upset.
That was almost entirely magical. You're right, Olaf running out of bullets was so crucial. Allows more time off the clock to tick, and oh, so close with Fnatic there. So what looked like an impossible round, it was just brought back by individual talent.
That's a crazy pistol. We've had, I mean, in this tournament as a whole, we've had, someone should do a highlight reel of all the pistol rounds in this tournament, because there have been so many maddening, I mean, the most crazy one is Fnatic's double knife and triple headshot
that
from
was
Crims.
Nuts. That was insane.
But it's oh, that's a great grenade. One more would have really rocked them, I think, but still, triple presence from Fnatic over at the banana, and they're gonna rotate Pronax back fairly quickly. But it's still a nice idea, I think. You could see VP almost made their way through that smoke.
Right. Very, very close. And JW, actually, that's a very tough positioning, and Snacks has got to be careful. But I don't know if he saw him there, but he throws a nade, he expects it, and the MAC-10, the firing rate, takes off the head of JW, although Snacks is, you know, pretty beat up, down to 11 HP.
Yeah, he's lit. I think that's the NA term, isn't it?
Yeah, we call it lit. But look at this like constriction that Fnatic has right now in the middle of the map. So many players around the choke. They're just now, you know, pressing off back towards B, but one player is so close to just running up a flank up mid and come right behind that Virtus.pro. That's Crims, ready for it. But this is actually going to be a walk around the wrap side from Virtus.pro. So finding that gap in the defense now, and Olafmeister has a lot to do.
Well, Crims took the face off of Pasha, and Olafmeister, as you said, a lot to do, but not quite enough bullets to get it done here. Still, it's a 3v3. Fnatic are still always so dangerous in these follow-up rounds. It's like a very special talent that they have. Them and Envy seem to be the best teams are doing it. Crims, 180, jump to get the kill with the MP7, and now it's Neo and Bayali left inside the bomb side. There's no defuse kit, so time bought here is really valuable, and Bayali going to take the fight against 2. That's Crims now with the triple, and Neo alone, 1v3, and he goes down to Pronax. And Fnatic, how many rounds in this tournament have they picked up after losing the pistol? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's great play by Fnatic there, and it was up to it was that damage that JW did very early on to Snacks, down to 10 HP, and he had that MAC-10. He took that battle long range. He was a little bit out of position there, and it was just able to spin around with that MP7, so kind of caught out in no man's land. Would have been great if they chose to flank that way. You might have been able to catch one off guard, but they go the other route. So, but Virtus.pro is not content, so they're going to actually buy up on this round. So you see the armor and Tech-9s, you see 2 Galils come into play, and they do have a decent amount of smokes and flashbangs behind it, but this is a crucial round for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Really wanting to keep the pressure on Fnatic. I mean, they know the Swedish team has almost no money, so if they can bring it right back, that might actually be a really decent chance they can get back in the game. I mean, they're at a point where, because Fnatic played such a great first half, they kind of do need to take these risks, don't they?
Right, they do a little bit, and they want to get these rounds. They want to try and catch up early on and just kind of grind out the rest of this game instead of having to make some kind of comeback. But almost connecting through the smoke is Flusha. He's going to be forced back, though. He's forced back behind so many smokes, and even the spray over in mid from JW isn't connecting, and now he's trapped into the bomb site. But look at the rotation from Virtus.pro. Olafmeister coming through the smoke. Kills raining everywhere. That's the bomb down on wrap side, actually.
They're behind Olafmeister. He dodged behind 2 of them. This is so confusing. No idea how to even call what's going on at this point in time, but Virtus.pro, through all the chaos and the hell that went over at Archway, they come out on top, and now they're sort of in the middle with the bomb. They've left Snacks over here in case anyone's going to come and check, which is a good idea. Flusha will check and get the kill. He's got the triple, and they've called Crims back over here. He's got a grenade in hand by Ali. If he gets grenaded here, it's going to be tough. There's the 1 kill in from Crims, and there's a firing squad. Flusha with the quad kill, and Fnatic, you can hear them shout in the background. They're really hyped up now.
Yeah, and no smokes left at the end of that round for Virtus.pro, so they had to take that battle. They just threw a flash over, but didn't really catch anyone, and they had to swing it out. And it was nice shots, a nice recovery by Fnatic, and what started out to be so incredibly chaotic over on the wrap side.
Yeah, I mean, I think Olafmeister was flashed through the smoke, and they were right in the smoke on either side of Arch, and he just kind of kept going through into Midlands there. It was very confusing.
It seemed like they had the advantage there, though, on that A site, where they could have just taken it. I'm not what the call was, the reasoning behind it, that they wanted to evacuate over towards A, and unfortunately Snacks was lurking at that site. He just kind of got outplayed by Flusha, who was wise to it.
And check out the name on JW's Mag 7 as well, Bank of Fnatic. That's a reference that actually goes all the way back to when Fnatic where JW was playing Nuke with Fnatic, and he was playing hot on Nuke on A bomb site
with a shotgun.
And he's getting a tremendous amount of kills. Always ended up having so much money to work with. He does get 2 kills actually, and Flush is going to pick up 1 as well. Running through the smoke down here, Crims will pick up the 1, but Snacks going to get the return as well. So yeah, JW, not much of a bank right now. She's got about 2,000, but it's a start. And Snacks wants to get this bomb down, and he's actually going to be allowed to as well. They're coming through. He's going to get 1 more kill in. Wants to pick up another rifle. I'm not sure he caught it then, and Olofmeister will finish him. That's a big turnaround from VP. I mean, 2 kills and a bomb plant.
Yeah, and that's good, because now they'll have a lot of money next round going forward, and especially with some of the losing. Oh, not a lot actually. I thought they would have a little bit more, but so now it's another equally tough call, because if they choose to buy here, they're going to be pretty much stuck onto force buys for the rest of the half. It's just kind of the way the money's going to play out, and they can't keep let Fnatic rattle these off. They have to contest them here.
Yeah, they're going to go for the fight here. There's a 5-round difference, and it is only the second map of the Grand Finals. Remember, we've got potentially 2 best-of-3s here, so there could be a lot more Grand Finals to come if Fnatic can steal this one away. And they're looking good for it right now. They're making some pretty good calls, and even though VP are fighting really hard at the moment, you can tell the power of Crims and JW, and also Flusha here. JW to start off on Pasha, and it's going to make it tough.
Yeah, mistimed the pop flash from his teammate to kind of force that op back. I mean, that was JW got blind on it, but Pasha just peeked a little bit too early with it, gets picked off. So a good advantage now for Fnatic, and they're so good in this situation to not give a pick back, to not let Virtus.pro find an equalizer before an execute comes in.
Oh, underhand. Oh, that's Olofmeister picking up the kill. Pronex is right here. I thought he was going to go for that cool underhand throw to get in and get the peek, which is so wonderful. Does spray through and does a lot of damage to Byali, in fact, but it's JW with a double opening, and also Olofmeister helping out. Neo with the Mag 10 taking 2, and Byali, it's back into a 2v2, which Fnatic should still win. They have a massive health lead here, but what a turnaround. VP doing so much damage in a round where they definitely shouldn't. Neo gonna go down as well, but that was questionable by Fnatic. Yeah,
losing far too much to be comfortable, and almost turning that into a very interesting situation. So Virtus.pro finding success there right at the end. It was like a 2-on-5 as well. I mean, so many kills went Fnatic's way early on, and you're right, the recovery from Virtus.pro is beautiful. And now, I mean, once again, here's another force buy item, so they're not going to have all those nades, and you know, you see the Tech 9 on Posh, the Tech 9 on Snacks, and a Galil as well, just so that they can have some utility, have the Molotovs and the smokes to gain some semblance of map control.
Ooh, JW going to miss the opportunity, but over at Banana, looking on top of the smoke, Neo saw that coming. I'm guessing that's been happening in practice between VP and Fnatic, and Neo just instantly peeked up there. Very, very good call.
Right, but now, I mean, now this is where the game comes in with the smokes and the Molotovs on the side of Fnatic. Though Taz, another entry up towards A, so JW, I mean, they're ready for his aggression to keep peeking, so this is going to spread the defense out, and Virtus.pro has a decision to make, but they have a minute to make it, so they have a lot of time to work a little bit more.
Yeah. If Pronex can stay in bedroom, and if they happen to walk by and he gets a couple of kills, that would be huge. Neo going to go down. Olofmeister just kind of repeating what Crims was trying to do. And it ends up working out this time. Flusha, the rotation here over towards the A-bomb side is pretty much perfect timing. If Olofmeister can win against Pasha, it would be big. Pronex going to come out of Boiler Room any second. FAMA's not the best weapon to use, but it has the bullets for it. Maybe he can make it work. Flusha over at Archway. This is going to be down to timing here. Flusha going to beat the corner, takes down Pasha, and then Pronex comes out, almost gets the 1, sprays a little bit too soon. The spray transfer, as you were talking about, just a little bit too fast there.
Yeah, I thought that last bullet was going to connect and get him the kill. Snacks gets 2 with an op on the Tech 9, and actually Olofmeister, they're not expecting this. He's flanking exactly where Pronex came from, so they're not ready for it. Oh, and just the timing is absolutely insane. And
no, Olofmeister, you can hear the crowd.
Right, so excited for it.
They were ready. But not going to happen. Olofmeister going to try and jump down here, and Byali's ready and waiting. Going to get the kill, and Virtus.pro will make it to 8-13.
Yeah, and we talked about those 3 kills that Virtus.pro was able to get with Neo with the MAC-10, it's coming into play here because now look at the economy on fnatic. They're forced to save this round, so it's going to, I mean, now you can't say Virtus.pro's safe. They did lose an eco earlier on in this half, but I mean, this is going to be a great advantage for him in this round to try and start a comeback.
Yeah. Oh, and it's possible. You can win from this scoreline without a doubt, but it's not going to be easy. Can I just point out that the crowd's reaction to that knife coming out is exactly the reason why we need a major tournament in North America, because that does not happen in Europe, not in the same way.
We want to see those knives so badly.
It's just sort of a very engaged crowd. I mean, I guess it's like American sports culture that comes into it, but it's really enjoyable. Pronax ready at the edge. He looks away at the worst possible time and goes for the refrag there. Not quite going to get it there. Crims only with the 1 kill. Still some damage being put out by fnatic, and it's pretty good. The bomb is left somewhere back here, so I guess Olofmeister could have gone if he knew. And he's going to get the kill on Bialy, in fact. Going to re-peek against Pasha. Goes for the fight and almost is going to win it, but he has no bullets left. He wants to take the fight. All right. It's personal, and there we go. Slice and dice.
Give him money. Oh. That's absolutely perfect.
It could not get any better. And Olofmeister with a big smiley face and Krim saying no deal. Oh, good stuff. That's amazing.
Yeah, that really is. And Pasha was just playing around the pillar, waiting for those bullets to run out.
Oh, man. This is turning into a really interesting grand finals. We've got everything going on here, and a good flash to start off with. Crims with a double spray down, though. Looked like that was going to be perfect from VP. Such a lot of aggression up at top banana. Molotov in to force JW out, and Pasha there to get the kill. So, you know, 10 seconds of almost non-stop action, and then it's a 3v3.
Right, and great equalizing kill with those Molotovs, forcing JW forward. He knew he couldn't go back. There were 2 of them, so he would have been running through even more fire. And now Virtus.pro, once again, over a minute to work with here in these rounds. You're exactly right. The action coming so quickly and early on in the rounds.
Well, they make the smoke happen for a B push, but they haven't shown themselves beyond that. So you can actually see that flusha almost reacts opposite as what you normally would. He's thinking, well, the smoke is there, but there's no sound. They're probably going back towards A.
Right, and look, Virtus.pro has 2 more smokes. They even have a Molotov. There's no smokes left on fnatic. That initial smoke was just to get some resources out of the hands of fnatic. And I mean, here's the tough part. Crims is the best player in this situation in this B bomb site.
Absolutely. He's already got a double, but he's going to have to do a little bit more here if they want to win the round. Peeks out, takes down Neo, goes for a little bit more. He takes a quad kill, pistols out. Almost 1 shot away from an ace there, and Pasha now alone. 1v2. Got 24 seconds. Is he going to go aggressive instead of trying to put down the bomb? Flashes himself and runs in between the 2 fnatic members. Nice attempt there from Pasha, but just a little bit too tight, and it's going to be 14-9 here. fnatic now 2 rounds away, and VP without almost any economy.
Right, the damage that was done in that eco round earlier, just 2 kills were enough to kind of completely break him here. So a tough call if you want to buy and prevent him from getting towards tie point. That is what they're going to want to do. They're going to go for that prevention.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're fighting for overtime, and that feels so bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the worst feeling, and they do. And I mean, it's even with the pistols, how strong you can play them. I mean, now they're guns that. This is a much more confident buy, but Olofmeister starts it out on a bad foot for Virtus.pro, taking out Pasha very early on.
And JW, the bank of fnatic, playing right at the edge of that balcony. This is going to be glorious here. 1, not going to get the second one, actually. Could have been a bit of a shut down there, but Pronax is ready to pick it up with the M4 instead. Looking for snacks as well and playing this one as safely as he can, just waiting for backup. They don't want to throw this away to any kind of crazy snacks comeback. It's a tech 9 after all, and if anything, fnatic know how powerful they can be.
Right.
Triple kill from Pronax, and really well done. 15-9.
Yeah, fnatic on that map point, and pretty much perfect Counter-Strike has to be played by Virtus.pro, and not a lot of firepower to do it with. It's going to be a very similar to buy to what we just saw last time, and fnatic, just some of these individual Crim's last round. I mean, that was huge. He held that bomb site in a 1-on-3, and I said he's the best player that does it. He does it against everybody and all the time, frequently.
Well, let's find out how it's going to unfold. In the middle, JW taking a bit of a fight. There's a lot of grenades on VP because they just have pistol armor, and that's about it. fnatic, they can feel that third map coming, which will be cash here in the best of 3. JW going to take down 1, then 2. The spray continues, And almost a third kill happening, and there it is. Turns around 180 to take down Snacks. What a performance. JW, fast as lightning when it really matters. And that's the second map going in favor of fnatic, which means we're going to go to Cash here. In the first best of 3. We do have 2 potentially.
Potentially, but you know, Virtus.pro on Cash is an absolutely strong team. They're very good at it.
Yeah.
They've shown it in this tournament against Titan. They played very, very well against them on it. And once again, you saw how effective their Molotovs were here on Inferno. On Cash, they're just as good.
Yeah, and they have a couple of specialist players on their own, I would say, especially Snacks playing B-bomb side around the smokes, pushing aggressively as well. Can be so hard to deal with. Neo sometime over there with him at B as well. Definitely a hard team to deal with. So fnatic, just to catch everyone up, fnatic must win this round to continue on in the grand finals. If they don't, then VP is going to take it away once more. So yeah, this is only the first best of 3. If this breaks through, then we go into a second best of 3, and we'll see what goes.
These maps would be eliminated out of the pool, so it would get even more interesting out of that one.
Could see Overpass.
And Dust 2.
And Dust 2. Somehow we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Before we go into it, we're going to go to a quick break, guys, so don't go anywhere. Stay with us. I know it's getting late in other parts of the world, but we do appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It's been so enjoyable so far. Cash is coming.